So you are calling Subbu from what, Chennai or something? Where?
I'm part of Bangalore team, so and
Bangalore team. And you're part of Inme, right?
yes, so me and Junaid here are part of Inme. So Junaid heads the Inme schools business, and I'm part of Bangalore.
Okay. And what is the school's business, by the way? If you can just tell us till the time the students come in.
Okay, Junaid, you want to?
Yeah, hi. So like how we have the INME open enrollment programs where you enroll your child directly, we also work very closely. Yeah, hi. This is just a quick overview of the program itself in terms of where we are going, what we are doing, and also an opportunity for all of you to connect with us if you have any queries or questions that can be answered before the program. I hope all of you have gotten the document, the Kayak and More document, which has all the details. Have you gone through it?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Have you got the kit list also?
yeah.
Okay, lovely. So I'll just quickly run through the document once. I won't read it verbatim, but just show you what is where in case someone has missed in terms of where the information is. Subbu, can you just share the uh, PDF, please?
Are you talking about the list of items to be carried?
That is the kit list. Yes.
Yeah.
Is swimming a prerequisite?
It's a good to have, ma'am, not a prerequisite. Because children will have PFDs. So, yeah. Subbu, can you just make it full screen, please?
It's okay.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to check out. So we have in total 9 kids who are going for this.
Yeah, as of now, there are 9 people. But there are a few on hold who are planning to register. Uh, okay. So this is just the document which Subbu is sharing, which all of you must have gotten. So the program itself, uh, to make you understand, is at a place called Mandapam. Now, Mandapam is roughly about an hour's drive before Rameshwaram. So it's not in Rameshwaram town, but about an hour before Rameshwaram. The exact location of the place is called Mandapam. The core activities over here are sea kayaking. So the children understand and learn uh, proper sessions around sea kayaking. And also we have got stand-up paddle boarding. So these are the two major outdoor learning areas that we will cover for the duration of the program. Like we mentioned, the departure is from Madurai, so everyone is coming into Madurai, and then from there, our instructors will take the children directly to the campus. So the campus is called Kathadi North. Basically, this is very close to the Palak Bay. The Palak Bay is the beach from where we do most of our activities. Though we do go around on the sea quite a bit, so Palak Bay is just our entry point. But most of our training and our skilling will happen at Palak Bay itself. So once the children are picked up from Madurai and we've fueled up, had lunch because we're having a day departure from Madurai, we will be on the way to North Kattadi, which takes us roughly about 3.5 hours. Once we are there, the first day is going to be a bit of acclimatization, a bit of getting used to the weather and climate because it is going to be hot. It is going to be warm during that time. So roughly about 3:30 we will reach. Once we are there, after the orientation, sizing, so there's a lot of equipment sizing and all that needs to be done. Then the children will be divided towards instructors. So one instructor has around 4 children, but dependent on their skill set, this could even be lower down to about 2 children per instructor also. So once all that is done, the evening is spent in team games, little bit of sessions. We are about 100 to 150 meters away from the beach. So evenings get very comfortable because of the sea breeze blowing there. So you will have team building games, you will have some attitude games, and more of community building on day one. And then the real action for the activities in terms of the hardcore sessions will start on day two. Now, keeping the fact that we have got a smaller group, uh, the big advantage of having a smaller group is that we have got that much more time to give to the activities as compared to when it is a larger group. So, when you have got a larger group, say, had this been a full capacity group of 40 odd children, then what would happen is that we would be very restricted with time. So, you had 20 to finish one thing and then 20 to finish another thing and swap. But now we could be fluid with the design and how uh, the design is going based on how the children are performing. So what happens over here is so all the instructors and trainers who are there for these activities are all international certified instructors. They've got this is also the place. Quest Alliance is also the place where you have international competitions, trainings, and certifications which happen. So this agency also certifies people in kayaking instructor training and in paddleboarding instructor training and windsurfing instructor training as such. Suppose the day one, we've got understanding and introduction to kayaking, what is the equipment, just the basic part of uh, the whole structure starts on day one. And then, dependent on how the children are picking up the skills, there could be practice drills which will happen just to make everyone comfortable in water, make them understand the basic ideas. Things like what happens when you fall off the kayak? How do you get back onto the kayak? What is how do you properly flip the kayak back? If you are on the stand-up paddle board, what are the different ways you balance yourself? What are the ways you paddle? What are the things that you do and do not do, just to get your basic comfortability going for that day. Then day three onwards, we've got sessions where they will go deeper through Palak Bay. Uh, so if you all know the geography of the place where we are going to, it's pretty much the tip end of uh, Tamil Nadu. It's like it jets out of Tamil Nadu on one side. So you have two sides of water over there, right? So one side is always calm and one side is generally always rough. That depends on the winds. So Palak Bay is right in the middle. It's a strip of land right in the middle, and then you cross the Pambam Bridge, and then you have Rameshwaram, which is the end tip of that area. So dependent on how the weather goes and how the wind factor is, we will be kayaking either side of Mandapam, dependent on where it is calmer, because we don't want to get into rough water as such because the children have just started off. In once we have the challenge up in a couple of days, the fourth or fifth days is when we will be able to do those things also. Now, because the Quest Alliance is also approved in diving as a PADI certified dive center, we will also be taking children to do snorkeling. The water is quite clear around Palak Bay, so they will do a bit of snorkeling also on day four of the program. Can you go down, Subbu, a little bit? Yeah. So all this till day six, we have multiple sessions. Like I said, again, it totally depends on the comfortability of children and how they're going. The intensity of the sessions of kayaking and SUP keeps going up. You have access to this document, so I will not waste time in going verbatim day by day. But it starts off with initial practice all the way going up to if the children are up to it, we do a kayak night out where we go till a certain location in our kayaks, set up tents over there, and stay overnight over there. Then on second last day, which is day 7, is a day for exploration of Rameshwaram. So it's about an hour's drive, like I said, from Mandapam, an hour, 10 minutes. So you cross the Pambam Bridge on the way, then we will visit the APJ Abdul Kalam Memorial. Uh, it's basically where APJ Abdul Kalam is buried, and also it's a big museum where how his life was, how things went, how ISRO, uh, how he worked at ISRO, how satellites were made, how missiles were made, all that. So there's a lot of learning over there. Along with that, then we go to Dhanushkodi. Dhanushkodi is basically the end tip of India on this side. So the last point of India is there at Dhanushkodi. Dhanushkodi is also famous for being an erstwhile ghost town because there was a huge tsunami over here in the 60s which wiped off the whole town. Again, a unique place to visit and see both sides of the water. From there is where uh, the pumice rock formations of the Ram Setu also start, where we don't actually go into that area because there is an access control over there. So we will check out Dhanushkodi. We will visit the lighthouse. There is a great viewpoint at the lighthouse where you can see the end of both the sides, a little bit of the Ram Setu also, and then we are back to Rameshwaram. We have lunch at Rameshwaram, and by evening we are back at Mandapam. And the last day, early morning after breakfast, we leave back to Madurai for the flights back. Uh, we'll have uh, we'll have the Inme instructors. So this program, unlike other programs, the Inme instructors are not the instructors who are running the activities. They are more so to help the children, to be there with them, support them, to be there in the water with any support required. If they also act as a bridge between the outdoor instructors for the activity and the children. So you will have a female instructor, you will have male instructors on this program, and then the training will be delivered by the professionals at Quest Alliance itself. Okay, you can come down. Equipment, again, I have personally gone and visited the site. I have checked out all the equipment that is there at Rameshwaram, their safety standards. I spent a whole day and a half in the water with all the instructors because we have very strict guidelines around health and safety of children. These are instructors who are used to working with children in the past. They have school groups and children coming from schools also over here. So we have okayed their standards of working with children. Unlike our on-campus programs, this campus will not have a doctor on the program as such, like with us 24/7, but we have access to an on-call doctor. The nearest medical facility from where we are staying is roughly about 3 odd kilometers, and we do have multiple emergency vehicles available over there in case we need to visit the doctor for any reason. The major issue for all of you students over here, which just wait, Subbu, can you just keep going up? So very important for all the children over here who are there and parents also is that this is a place where it is going to get hot, right? It is sweltry, it is hot, it's going to be humid. So consumption of adequate amount of water is imperative uh, because if you hit dehydration, a lot of times when you're in the water and doing water-based activities, you generally don't realize that you're sweating and dehydrating. But yes, you are sweating even though you're in the water and you get dehydrated sooner and you're in salt water. So it is, uh, a double whammy kind of thing. So having adequate water, rehydrating, having enough of juices, enough of ORS and all during the program is imperative. That will keep you hydrated, that will keep you fit for all that you have to do during the program. Come down, Subbu. Yeah, so this is if you go up, yeah, this is the famous bridge, Pambam Bridge, which has got the railway bridge on right at the water level where on high tide the whole bridge gets covered up. This on the right is what I'm talking about, Dhanushkodi, which is an absolute edge of the tip of India. Yeah, Subbu, you can come down. So our accommodation is in Kathadi North. Here we have got both small cottages and dorm cottage rooms. So it will be a mix of cottages and dorm cottages, dependent on the final number of children and the ratio. All of them come with attached washrooms with health faucets and uh, proper Western style washrooms. Hot water is available if children require hot water, but generally the weather over here is such that you generally don't require hot water baths until unless it is like late at night as such. There is a proper equipped kitchen where all our meals are prepared and served. We have staff over there to take care of the rooms and the cottages for the children. Okay, I think this we are already in line with that everyone's coming into Madurai, and then from there we move to either tempo travelers or smaller vehicles, dependent on what the final number of children are. Okay, this is important. If this is the first time you are sending your child on an Inme program, then there are certain things which need to be very clear up front, right? And that's why these expectation setting calls and these orientations are also there. The whole idea of the program is to rough it out, is to get out of your comfort zone with basic level of comfort in a Spartan environment. So it's not a luxury resort, it's not a luxury program. We are not going there to just chill, we are going there to gain skills around certain activities. And especially this program, because of where and how it is located, you're constantly going to be in and out of water. You'll have sand around you, you will have the heat, you will have everything there, which may be outside your comfort zone. So the idea is you have to get accustomed to that. For the parents, one of the challenges which we have also is the fact that this is a no communication program. So, hence, once your child comes on to camp, we will have you speak with him or her in once they reach Madurai. After that, there is no calls that direct calls between parents and children. In case there is an emergency, then we will call you. The campus chief over there will call you directly. They have your numbers. But having said that, we do have two updates which will come on the WhatsApp channel. One which will be around 11 a.m., the next will be at around 6. We will provide a few photographs if possible during the updates. We cannot provide all the photographs or every single child's individual activity picture as such, but we will put up group pictures and as many pictures as we can. Like again, it's a delight more than a commitment for all of you. And once the program is over, then all the pictures and all that we have collected will be put up on a drive, and that will be shared with you to download from the drive itself. All right, coming down, no gadget policy. So, if you are going to be flying into Madurai, so you all will be carrying your phones, the children. Once our team takes over, you will get the chance to speak to your parents, let them know that you have met us and we confirm that you have arrived. And then the phones get deposited with us and we keep them in safe custody till the last day when they're given back to you. In addition to that, no other tech devices can be carried. No Kindles, no iPads, no iPods, nothing like that. Uh, Even smartwatches not required. In case you want to shoot your journey and you want to shoot what all you're going to do, for this kind of a program, other than digital cameras or anything, the safest and best options are GoPros or any other kind of SJ cam or as something, which are similar to GoPros, which also have waterproof casings with them. Those are the best things that you can carry for this. Other than that, digital cameras, normal cameras are also not worthwhile because one of the major thing is we are in a humid environment. We are near the sea. Salt water, all that does uh, make things not work too well. And secondly, underwater or near water, it's better to have waterproof stuff. All right, fitness and preparation, important. So, like I said, one of the biggest things you can prepare yourself is to start drinking ample water throughout the day and making sure that you're getting 3 to 4 liters of water in uh, every day. Now, this does not mean that you will sit with 2 bottles of water on a table and fill glass after glass when you're not hungry and fill your tummy up. That's not how it works. You need to have it consistently over from when you wake up. So make it a habit to carry a water bottle along with you wherever you go and consistently sip on water. You make your timer that, in a day, if before the evening I need to drink 4 liters of water, how can I disperse that over the whole day? That is one big thing. The other is if you're not doing any physical activity, please start doing something like a little bit and anything. Go for a walk, do some stretching exercises, uh, do all that stuff, which will just make you a little bit more agile and comfortable uh, when you're there on the program. Otherwise, day one, when you go kayaking, you will come back with sore shoulders. Your shoulders will pain. You will have aches and pains happening both in your shoulders and your knees. But in case you do a little bit of, climbing stairs, uh, doing shoulder-based exercises, like, doing this kind of movement exercises or any kind of stretches, which basically exercise your shoulder, is a good idea to do. All right. Again, this is important, yet not unique to anyone. We have children, and children come from across the country, right? So again, everyone is used to a different style of talking, a different way of doing things. And there are times where children do get picked on because maybe the way they talk or their lingo or what they come from is different. But we have a very big zero tolerance policy for bullying and indiscipline. On day one itself, the instructors, the campus chief will advise everyone on what are the do's and don'ts, and they need to be strictly followed. Non-compliance is not something which is generally taken in the easily, uh, especially things like bullying or indiscipline towards any other participant as such. Again, substance abuse, needless for me to say, both age-wise and otherwise, we've got a zero tolerance policy for this. So in case there is anything, there are regular back checks and all which happen. And in case there is any chance of anything like that, they will be immediately confiscated, and uh, the program ends right there for those children who get caught with any kind of substances. Though we have mentioned consumption of cigarettes, alcohol, or any on contraband, one of the things we have not mentioned is also e-cigarettes or any kind of vape devices and stuff like that. No junk food or tuck food. Very important that because we do not allow children to keep food in their living areas, which is their rooms, cottages, tents, hence please don't send much with them. So if you want to send something, it should be only enough for them for the journey till they reach Madurai and onward to our campus. But even then, right when we have taken over the children, they will be uh, there'll be enough food, snacks to go throughout. We won't run out of them ever. So it's not necessary that you send anything because then we have to take care of all that material till the last day and then give it back to them on the last day on the travel. Again, because of this, it's not necessary to send any money as such. In case you want to send money, it should be limited to about 3,000 rupees. We've got a memorabilia store which we do open over there if they want to pick up something from there, or if they want to use the money for something at the airport. Otherwise, once we have taken over the children, there is no requirement for any money for them to use. Okay, Subbu, can you come now? All right. I'll quickly run you also through the kit list now.
Junaid, can you see the screen?
Yeah, I can, Subbu. Thank you.
Uh,
Yeah, so this is the kit list. Important to carry everything that is there on the kit list and not take off anything from the kit list as such. Uh, T-shirts, quick dry preferable. Normal cotton T-shirts are also okay, but quick dry are preferable so that, because of getting in and out of water, those are more preferable. Quick dry shorts, one track pant. Yeah, 2 to 3 pairs of socks, uh, two quick dry towels. Okay, so when you buy these towels, most likely you will go to Decathlon to pick these up. There are two variants of the towels which you will get over there. One are the thicker, fluffier variants, and one are the very thin variants, which get folded up into a small little packet like this. Take this thinner version, don't take the fluffier version, because those dry faster and easier to carry also. A cap and sunshade, yes, sufficient undergarments. So please make sure, understand that you will constantly be going into water. So having sufficient undergarments is required. So if you pack one for a day, you may end up in trouble because you may have to go into the water twice and then one may not be enough. So at least pack two, if not more, for the day. One wind cheater jacket. I don't know uh, which wind our people are asking us to cheat, but it's not supposed to be cheater. But yeah, any kind of wind cheater which kind of keeps the wind away because this is a windy place. Just in case in the evenings and all, it does happen that there are temperature dips which happen in the evening, especially when it rains, because we've got the sea wind coming there. So good to have a wind cheater as a jacket. And finally, a poncho or raincoat. Now, many of us as adults, as the older generation over here, when we talk about a raincoat, our memory goes back to when we used to have raincoats, which is those thick duck back raincoats that you used to get. Not required. Just very thin plastic layers you get these days, which are also called ponchos. Again, available at Decathlon. Those are the most ideal ones, not the thick ones as such. Okay, we've given a visual demonstration of what these things look like in terms of footwear because we've always had a problem with people understanding the terminology of hiking. Some now we've started calling them hiking sandals. Okay, great. They were called floaters at one point of time. So nothing. These are just these normal sandals. Now, what you need to keep in mind is that they have a front and back strap. So if like where I'm showing my cursor, see, there's a front strap and there's a back strap. Now, what this does is that the footwear, when you're in water or when you're moving around anywhere, it doesn't fall off your feet. That helps you a lot in terms of uh, being able to walk around and everything, and you don't trip, you don't fall. So that's footwear number one. The program most likely, except for one day when we are going to Rameshwaram, we won't be wearing our shoes as much as such. So we'll be either in our floaters or these are what we call aqua shoes. Again, these are available in on Amazon, on Decathlon, everything. The whole concept about aqua shoes is to just avoid any kind of unwanted cuts and bruises to the soles of your feet when you are inside water. So these are again water resistant. It just helps you save from any kind of rock based cuts or anything inside the water. So those are preferred for this program. So again, aqua shoes, you're getting it in different ranges. There are, you will get really, really expensive one from Mares, which are ankle height and all. Those are not required. Those are more preferable for diving. Generally, the ones which are in the 500, 600 rupee range, those are perfectly fine, which you get in Decathlon or at Amazon. Again, comfortably rubber soled shoes in good condition. Please make sure when you are traveling, that time you are wearing your shoes and traveling and not in your flip-flops or any sandals or anything, because we don't want you to arrive anywhere with a probable injury or risk to injury, because we know that, in flights, everything, you have movement, you have the possibility of hitting something and getting injured. Having Traveling in open feet is just calling for something to happen. All right. Other items, personal toiletries, yes, other than whatever you require, your shower gels, toothbrush, and paste is a must. Sunscreen 35 SPF 35 plus is ideal. Preferably waterproof. Please check if your sunscreen is waterproof, because if it's not, then when the kids get into the water, it all just flows out. So it has to be waterproof sunscreen. Lip balm and cold cream is recommended. In case you have any medication that you regularly take, please carry that in a Ziploc pouch and do inform the instructors about it so that they keep the medicine with them and make sure that you're taking it in time. A torch or a headlamp is preferable. A headlamp is better any day than a torch, because you're hands free. You can do other things. You can use both your hands. Plastic bag for used and wet clothes. Normal garbage bags, medium size, are good enough because mostly all the clothes will get dried up before the last day, because we have the day of Rameshwaram, right? When we go to Rameshwaram on that day, we have that time where all the clothes can get dried out. But even what if that day it's raining, right? So if you have any last minute wet clothes, your floaters, your aqua shoes, and all will need to go back. So plastic bag, garbage bags are more than enough. A water bottle, 750 ml to 1 liter capacity. Please carry that. Uh, okay. Uh, this is important for the female participants in case you're on your menstrual cycles. In outdoor water-based activities, most participants and instructors, females, they prefer to use tampons or menstrual cups, because sanitary napkins are not very hygienic when they're going underwater. Okay, can come down. Subbu, medicines and glasses. I've talked about medicines. Yeah. In case you're wearing spectacles, carry an extra pair, but also carry retainers, which are basically those uh, threads or straps which you get. You get cotton retainers nowadays, which are far better than just the threaded ones. So you can look for cotton retainers. Important to have that with specs. When you pack, please pack in either a rucksack or a duffel bag. Don't get trolley bags or any kind of suitcases. One large rucksack or duffel bag is adequate enough to pack everything in, which do not have wheels. In addition to that, you can carry a small knapsack or a backpack for your day-to-day requirement when you're going towards the beach, towards the activities, when you are headed to Rameshwaram, or even when you're traveling in from your various cities into Madurai. You can carry one luggage which you can take inside the aircraft, whereas the larger bag and the luggage will obviously be checked in. All right, I think we've already talked about the cash bit. Don't send anything expensive. Again, we are going on an outdoor program, so please ensure you're not carrying really, really expensive clothes also with you. So yeah, because they are going to get dirty, they are going to get soiled. So don't carry your favorite Ed Hardy or Armani t-shirt. Keep that at home. Bring normal clothing that you're okay with it going bad in case it does. All right, Subbu, I think we covered all these points which are there. This is important for travel when you're because on the way back also children need to travel back. So please do put in these things, which is a printed copy of the return ticket, a power bank, a fully charged power bank for their phone, especially on the return, original Aadhaar or any other kind of ID proof. Now, not necessary that you send the long Aadhaar card print. You can always go to a printing shop and get the same Aadhaar card made into a plastic card, not even the original plastic card which you get from Aadhaar itself. So anywhere in the cities you get these plastic cards made. Those are adequate enough for any airport entry, and also the fact that they won't get soiled or something. Just to give you an example, this is an official ID card of Aadhaar. You can see it's a colored version versus this is a normal printout of the Aadhaar card, which is on a plastic again, like a credit card, and both are absolutely fine for entry into the airport. Okay, the last point is important. Most likely, most people will be flying in no-frill airlines. So please book your seat in advance if you have any preference for seat. In case you have a meal preference, please pre-book meals because Madurai and all are very sectors where we may not get adequate meals uploaded in that that they can pick it up on the flight. So better to pre-book the meals as such. All right, Subbu, that's it. We're done with all the details and open to questions if you have any.
No questions? Okay. No, I think that's very good, Junaid. Very detailed. Thank you so much. The flight has been coordinated. You've got the flight details of the kids and mine, obviously.
Neil, we already
Have
have.
You have it, right? Okay. All right. And is there any, I mean, while there is a WhatsApp group that you have or a channel you said, right? I mean, that's where you put this link and all that, right? In the same WhatsApp channel.
So the message that you have received about the orientation, it's not the one that you received today. The one
Uh,
that you received earlier will also have this WhatsApp channel link. And once you click on that, you'll have to follow that channel. That's where we're going to send all our updated communication during the program. Once children have reached the campus, all the departure details.
It's like a broadcast WhatsApp group or what is it?
No, it's not a broadcast. So broadcast is basically I send it individual messages to bunch of people. So channel is something that you follow it, but it's like a one-way communication. Like, and you won't be able to see other
Oh,
people's
yeah,
contact or
that's what I meant.
stuff like that.
Broadcast. Okay, okay, got it. I'll click on that. I'll do that. And in case we want to contact someone, who's the person to contact during?
I am that person, sir. So I'm not on the camp, but I'm generally the point of contact for this program. So in case of any emergencies, you can give me a call. The number that you're receiving all the messages, that's my number.
Hmm.
And I'll also put it in the channel also. And during the program, if there is any thing that you need to know, you can connect with me, or else generally, if there is any sort of an emergency from our end, okay? Again, we may not give you a call for a cough, cold, or a very light fever, something like that. But in case if we have to take the child to a medical facility or we have to give them an antibiotic or something like that, then we will definitely give you a connect from the campus itself. And
Okay,
then based on your inputs, we'll take the next steps.
Correct.
sure.
So another thing is that you will get the reference of who is going to pick up the children at the airport.
Hmm.
That person will be with them during the program, but the number that you get, so our guys Subbu and all are very smart because they deal with so many parents through the year. So they give you a special number only for departure and arrival. So whenever we have to go on a departure or arrival, we have a number. Once all the
Hmm.
kids are in, that number goes off, or we don't use that number as such during the program.
Got it, got it. So
Uh,
that you are not disturbed unnecessarily.
Yeah, because a lot of times what happens is our number goes out to the parents, and because that
Understand.
number has gone out, then you'll get calls from parents. So that's why we just clarified right at the start at the orientation that that is only to coordinate departure and arrival. So when your child is coming in, when he or she lands to the airport, they can give a call on that number,
Hmm.
uh, or when you have to coordinate to check whether your child has been received. And on the way back also, though that number will be active, we will be telling you, yes, all the children have reached the airport, they have checked in, and so on and so forth.
Okay, right. And that number you will give us, the person who's picking up at the airport and all of that, right?
Correct. Correct.
You
That will be put up in the WhatsApp broadcast channel itself.
Sure, sure.
and you would get to know that like 2 days before. So, like example, on 26th of March is when you'll get that message.
Okay.
So we would just be getting the number, or we'll be getting the identification of the person also who will be coming to pick them up.
Name
Uh,
and number.
Sorry?
You'll get the name and the number of the person.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Junaid. Thank you.
Any other questions, parents?
No, it was fairly detailed. So no, nothing further. And
Okay.
anyway, Subbu is available in case something crops up. Then Subbu is just a message away. So
Yes, yes, absolutely. Subbu is just a message away. Also, if there's anything specific as participants you have in terms of any confusions regarding the activity or anything, do ask, or if you don't have anything right now or something crops up in your mind later, please send out a message to Subbu. We'll be more than happy to help you.
Okay, he can carry some books, etc., right? That's not a problem.
Yeah, you can carry a book or so. That is absolutely not a problem. They can carry something to read if they want to in the evening, this time. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're
What
most
is the
welcome.
number of Mr. Subbu?
Sorry, sir.
What is the contact number of yours, Mr. Subbu?
It's 9148. I'm going to put it in the
And
chat.
the one which from which we have received the WhatsApp.
Correct, exactly.
89350 ending with.
Exactly.
Okay.
I've also put it in the chat in case if you want to copy it.
Okay.
In case if there are no more questions, thank you all for attending the orientation, and we will keep you updated about the upcoming details in the WhatsApp channel. So please do enable that notification. And if you
Thank you.
need anything, you can
Sorry to
connect with.
interrupt you. I
No
just
problem.
wanted to know, so this is one orientation, or we are going to have any other communication with you before they leave?
This is one orientation, ma'am, but as I said, all the upcoming details, like example, the departure details, and we'll also send some travel guidelines for the kids also. All this communication will start posting it in the WhatsApp channel in the next 2-3 days. The
Okay.
departure details, you will get it 2 days before the departure date.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you all for attending on the weekend.
Thank you.
okay, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.